You know, some of the best travel discoveries, the ones that really stick with you, they don't start with a famous landmark. Nope, they often start with something much simpler. A local taste, a story in a glass. And today, we're diving headfirst into one of those stories.
So picture this. You're in the heart of Tokyo, maybe Ebisu, maybe Osaka. The place is just buzzing with energy. You order a pint of craft beer, take that first sip, and boom, you realize this isn't just a drink. This is the start of a whole journey.
The beer is called BEERNiK. It's the house brew of a legendary Tokyo sports pub. But this is way more than just some pub deciding to make its own beer. Oh no, there's a much deeper story here, one that connects the massive city of Tokyo to the quiet of nature and old traditions to new ideas.
Now, BEERNiK has absolutely perfected its core lineup. First up, you've got the Pentagon IPA, their flagship. It's a classic American IPA, but here's the twist. They've cranked up that amazing citrus hop aroma while keeping the bitterness way down. It's so drinkable. Then there's the Hazy IPA. Just like it sounds, it's cloudy, super juicy, and just goes down so easy. And finally, the Gold. It's a crisp, refreshing ale with this great hint of citrus that makes it the perfect beer to start with.
But hey, to really get the beer, you've got to understand the place it comes from. This isn't some trendy new brewery that just popped up overnight. BEERNiK is the passion project of a true Tokyo institution, the FooTNiK pub.
And this pub's history is seriously impressive. FooTNiK has been a cornerstone for Tokyo's international crowd for almost 30 years. It all started way back in 1996 in Takadanobaba, then moved to its famous Ebisu spot in 2001. Now you can find them in both Ebisu and Osaka. The brewery, which just launched in 2024, is just the latest, most exciting chapter in this long, awesome story.
This quote right here, this gets to the absolute heart of the original vision. The founder, Yugawara, he didn't just want to open another bar. He wanted to build a space where people from all over the globe could just connect. His idea was so simple but so powerful. Football is a universal language, and a British-style pub was the perfect stage to bring everyone together.
So, okay, we've got a pub with this incredible history and a mission to connect people. But when they finally decided to make their own beer, what was their secret sauce? What could they possibly do to make BEERNiK stand out, especially for travelers hunting for that authentic taste of Japan?
Well, this is where the plot thickens. You're sipping this amazing beer in a Tokyo pub, right? But its soul, well, that's not from the city at all. It comes from a place about 100 kilometers away, a place full of peace and natural beauty.
Check this out, because this is what really sets BEERNiK apart. Now, most breweries in Tokyo use the city's tap water, which is great. But BEERNiK made a totally different call. They built their brewery way out in Yugawara in the Hakone region for one reason and one reason only, to use the pure, natural mountain water that flows there. That is their secret ingredient.
And seriously, when you taste the beer, you can almost feel this place. Yugawara is famous for its onsen, its hot springs. It's this beautiful spot tucked between the mountains and the sea. This water gets filtered through layers and layers of volcanic rock, and it gives the beer this incredible softness and purity. You just can't fake in a city.
All right, so having some of the best water on the planet is one thing. But what you do with it, well, that's the real magic. And this is where the brewery's craftsmanship and the pub's British roots really shine.
They even offer traditional hand-pumped beer, or real ale, which is the mark of a truly authentic British-style pub. So instead of forcing CO2 gas into the beer, this stuff gets its gentle, soft fizz naturally, from the yeast itself. The result? It's unbelievably smooth and lets all those rich flavors from the malt and hops just sing. It's a rare find in Japan and an absolute must-try for any beer lover. Their entire philosophy is about precision and balance. It's a real science, you know? Controlling the temperature and timing down to the very minute. They focus on getting these huge, beautiful aromas from the hops without all the harsh bitterness. They say the brewmaster is like a pastry chef, just obsessing over every single gram, every single degree, to get that perfect, flawless result.
So, we have the history, the water, and the craft. But the final piece of this story, the thing that pushed the founder to take this huge leap, it's incredibly personal. And honestly, it feels a little bit like destiny. The catalyst was actually a moment of global crisis. When the pandemic hit in 2020, pubs and restaurants were facing this terrifying, uncertain future. The founder, Yuji Imai, he knew he had to do something new, something that could live on beyond the walls of his pubs. Just before the world went into lockdown, he took a trip to Langkawi, Malaysia. And while he was there, for the first time in his entire life, he saw something he had always dreamed of seeing,
the Southern Cross constellation. He said that looking up at it, he just felt like something new was about to begin.
And that image, it just stuck with him. So when he decided to launch the brewery, he combined that powerful memory, the Southern Cross, with the classic Pentagon logo from his pub. It became the symbol for his new dream, a perfect fusion of his past and his future.
But hold on, because this is where the story gets truly unbelievable. After he designed the logo, after he found the perfect spot in Yugawara, after the whole thing was already in motion, he discovered something about that constellation that he saw in the sky.
It turns out that one of the 5 stars that makes up the Southern Cross is officially, astronomically named Imai, the exact same spelling as his own family name. He had absolutely no idea. I mean, what are the odds? It was like a sign from the universe telling him he was on the right path. As he put it, it just felt like destiny.
So, there you have it, a pub born from a love of football, a beer created with the purest mountain water, and a dream that was literally guided by the stars. It just goes to show you, sometimes a simple pint of beer holds an entire universe of stories. It makes you wonder, doesn't it? What story are you going to discover in your next one?